Right now on Fox 61, it's been 10 hours now since officers in Middletown started searching for this man who they say was involved in a shooting incident. It led to an hours-long shelter in place that has just been lifted.
And the president is coming to Connecticut today. He's set to speak at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy commencement.
And Fox 61 has live team coverage for you into the president's arrival and address. Glenn Kittle and Joe Monty there standing by. We will check in with them about road closures that you need to know as you are heading out the door this morning.
A lot happening this morning on a Wednesday. Good Wednesday morning to you. We're glad you're checking in with us to get up to date. Thanks for being with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bjorla. Hope you found ways to cool down from yesterday and the heat wave. We soared to 96 degrees, breaking a record, man.
That record held for a while.
Yeah.
62. It's been hot, and that's great. Abnormally hot for May standards. We'd like to keep this going into the Memorial Day holiday forecast. I don't see that happening. That's a problem. Here's what you need to know before you go. We got one more day potentially for the heat wave. Getting up to 90 today, 90, 91. So yeah, that would make 4 in a row. Got some storms later. Not everyone's good. Like yesterday. Yesterday, Hartford, Howard, Windham County saw some big loud storms. The shoreline didn't get anything. I think today might be reversed. There is potential for 1 or 2 cells getting to severe levels. And then there's a holiday weekend, which still is just looking meh. We'll talk about that coming up. Heat advisory in effect, Hartford, Howard, Windham County, again getting 95 to 100, not just there, but pretty much across much of the state. Farther to the south you go along the shoreline, that won't happen. But still, the temperatures are abnormally hot by May standards. Satellite radar picture, beautiful start to the day. I'll expand the view and show you the trouble there it would be. Some rain over the Ohio Valley, moving into Dayton, Ohio, stretching all the way down into Jackson, Mississippi. Forecast details for today, hot ahead of that front, much colder behind it. We're at 69 in Hartford, 70 in New Haven, 74 in Danbury. Some of these numbers in line with where your highs should be. The winds trying to take a little edge off of that heat this morning at the bus stop, so we're doing everything we can. But the bottom line is we should be topping out at 72, and that's where we get this morning. 88, 83, well above normal yet again. Big crash in the numbers. We'll talk about that in detail. Weekend forecast on the way. Holiday weekend forecast on the way. Coming up in a few minutes. Let's do a little traffic now. Bridget Bjorla, the floor is yours.
All right, let's do it, Matt. And the good news is there are no incidents to tell you about this morning. The only thing to slow you down right now is some road work out there. A couple ramps are closed in Groton and Cromwell along 91 and 95, but that's it. Traffic is smooth sailing in the capital city, both directions in Hartford, looking good as the sun rises. A little bit of a slowdown we're starting to see. New Britain Avenue to Hartford Tunnel, going to set you back 11 minutes along 84 East. That's not too bad. 37 miles per hour are the travel speeds. A quick peek out at Waterbury this morning. A beautiful view there, very lush. A green backdrop there. Not many cars on the road. Make it a great day if you're heading out the door this morning. And this morning, Middletown police are searching for a man wanted in a shooting incident. This is the man, take a look, who officers say they're looking for. He's been identified as 29-year-old Christopher Lane. Police say he and the victim he tried to shoot at were in a car when he fired a weapon. The incident led to a shelter-in-place order for the Westlake Drive area. Middletown police and surrounding towns could be seen using drones and even canines to look for him. The shelter-in-place order has just been lifted, but police say they have not found Christopher Lane yet. He is still at large. People in the area say the scene is pretty unusual for this quiet neighborhood.
My phone died, and it's in that moment where you're like, what is going on? Pulled up here, we've been living here for a few years and never seen anything like this.
People are urged to call 911 if they see anything suspicious. Do not go near him. If you see him, don't approach. Do not make contact. Just call 911.
6:04 now, and happening today in New London, President Trump is expected to deliver the keynote address at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy's graduation today. And this morning, we're waiting on the president's arrival. We're checking in with Fox 61's Glenn Kittle. He is standing by live at the Groton New London Airport. And Glenn, the president has not been there since 2017. So a lot of people are expected both at the ceremony and also at the airport.
Hey, good morning, Erica. Definitely a lot of hustle and bustle in New London this morning ahead of the president's arrival. There are tons of security, both local and state police around town right now, closing off areas to make it a smooth travel from here at Groton New London Airport all the way to the commencement ceremony. It's going to be at the Coast Guard base. And just off to my right, there are tons of state police vehicles as well as other law enforcement standing by for the president's arrival. This is expected to be in just a few short hours from now. Like you said earlier, the last time President Trump visited Connecticut was back in 2017. He was also addressing the Coast Guard for their commencement ceremony back in during then. So definitely a welcome return for the president here in New London as we get ready for that commencement ceremony. In anticipation for it, New London has a ton of road closures around town for folks to be aware of. Some of the major ones to look out for: Route 32 northbound and southbound will have parking restrictions, as well as William Street, Crystal Avenue, and Uncas Avenue. There's going to be a list of those on the New London Town website, as well as around for people to know about. New London Police has also made people very well aware of some of the road closures around here. We're expecting those restrictions to remain in effect until later this evening when the president eventually leaves Connecticut. And then also parking tickets will be issued to any vehicles, and they will be towed if they're caught parking on those roads. Those parking restrictions went into effect an hour ago at 5 a.m. There also are some general public areas for people to view the motorcade as well as enjoy the commencement ceremonies. Those are going to be McKinley Park and the grass parcel on William Street. They're also letting folks know that no gatherings will be allowed past the main gate to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. So once again, a few short hours from now, we expect Air Force One and the president to touch down here at the Groton New London Airport. We'll be here and bringing you that live in a few hours from now. Live from Groton New London Airport, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much. And our live team coverage into the President Trump's visit to Connecticut continues this morning with Fox 61's Joe Monty. He is live outside Cadet Memorial Field, where the president is expected to speak later today. Many people are going to join you later today. Joe, crowds both sides who oppose the president and support him as well.
Good morning, Bridget. Yeah, that's right. It's expected to be a busy day here at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. As you mentioned, the president is set to speak here later this morning. He's going to be delivering the keynote address at the 145th Coast Guard commencement. It's going to be an exciting day for these cadets. They are celebrating all of their hard work, but also alongside the President of the United States. He was here back in 2017. He addressed these cadets then, and his message then was one of strength and gratitude. He pushed the cadets to keep fighting and moving forward, to persevere, and he promised additional support for the Coast Guard. And in a similar fashion today, the president is expected to congratulate the cadets, our latest military leaders at the Coast Guard, for all of their hard work and dedication. These cadets have trained really hard for years, including military, athletic training, as well as education. The commencement exercises are set to start at 11 o'clock on Cadet Memorial Field, and it's going to be a real busy day here. As we mentioned, in a few hours from now, the base will open for guests, and we'll start to see families make their way inside. And we'll be working to show you all of that, as well as when the president arrives at the Academy, his speech, and all of the special moments throughout this ceremony. We were not allowed yet inside the Academy just yet. There are all kinds of security measures that are taking place at this moment in time. Obviously, the president is coming, so they have to be extra cautious. And once we get inside, we'll be able to show you a lot more. So for now, in New London, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
Yeah, they're doing security sweeps right now and making sure everyone stays safe at this momentous occasion. Whenever a sitting president speaks your commencement, it's momentous.
Yes, and congratulations to all the cadets, and thank you for their future service. We appreciate that.
Absolutely, Joe. Thank you. And stick with us here on Fox 61 as we continue our live team coverage of the president's keynote address at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy graduation. You can follow the latest all day long at fox61.com and on our free news app. We will carry the president's speech in full live on air and on our streaming service.
6:09, we have some breaking news to tell you about here. An apartment fire happened this morning at about 4:20 in the morning. This was on Ferry Street in New Haven. That's in the Fairhaven section of the city. Police say 3 families live in that home. Unfortunately, 1 dog has died, but no other injuries have been reported. We'll get you an update as soon as we learn more on this.
6:09 now, a deadly crash shut down part of Hebron Avenue in Glastonbury yesterday. Police say an 84-year-old man was driving east when he turned left toward Glenwood Road into the path of an oncoming vehicle. Investigators say the impact pushed the vehicle into a third car that was waiting to turn. The 84-year-old driver was taken to the hospital where he later died. A passenger in the same vehicle was also taken to the hospital. Hebron Avenue was closed for several hours during an investigation, but it has since reopened.
One woman is dead and several other people are hurt after a house fire. This happened in Bloomfield. Firefighters say she was found dead hours after the fire started. This was the scene at the corner of Blue Hills Avenue and Darby Street. Firefighters say the fire was just far too intense. They couldn't even get inside the house.
We tried to make an interior attack, but we were forced back by the heavy volume of flames. One gentleman said he tried to go up the stairs, but it was way too hot.
And it took firefighters nearly 2 hours to knock that fire down. 2 firefighters had to be treated for heat exhaustion. No word yet on what sparked the fire.
6:11 now. A Newington man wanted in connection with a 1986 homicide in Virginia is now in custody. 66-year-old Charles Berry was arrested Sunday in coordination with the Virginia Beach Police Department. Authorities in Virginia say Berry is wanted on a warrant connected to a homicide investigation dating back 40 years. He was charged as a fugitive from justice, processed in Newington, and taken to New Britain Superior Court yesterday. Virginia Beach Police are expected to hold a news conference this morning to discuss the investigation and the arrest.
Still to come here on Fox 61 this morning, President Trump is asking Americans to be patient as gas prices continue to climb during the conflict with Iran. We'll tell you what drivers are paying this morning. Stay with us.
And as temperatures heat up this summer, or ahead of summer, we should say, Eversource says your electric bill could rise too. The simple tips the company says could help customers save some money. That's next. Stay with us. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.